absolutely wild times in the Genshin community right now, and if you've been paying attention, you know exactly why. Nod-Krai is about to drop, but this isn't just another patch or a simple region expansion. This is shaping up to be a seismic shift for the entire game. For months, rumors have been swirling about what Hoyoverse has planned, but now we're finally seeing the full picture, and it's honestly bigger than anyone expected. 4 Fatui Harbingers are confirmed to be stepping onto the stage in Nod-Krai, and that alone is enough to send shockwaves through the lore, but it doesn't stop there. Version 6.0 is bringing sweeping changes to how the story is told, how rewards are delivered, and even how the game's future might unfold. So, let's get into all the details. Skirk's banner is finally here, and if you're thinking about pulling for her and want to take advantage of a special version 5.7 discount, let me introduce you to Loot Bar. It's a fast, secure, and super reliable website to top up your Genesis crystals. On Loot Bar, you'll find prices with up to 25% discounts compared to in-game prices. And a super simple process. Just select the amount of Genesis crystals you need, enter your UID and server, and complete the purchase. Everything is done securely, so your items are delivered straight to your account without any stress. In addition to Genshin Impact, on Loot Bar you can also top up other games like Honkai Star Rail and Wuthering Waves. And if you play on other platforms like PS5 and Xbox, you can also top up at Loot Bar. Click the link in the description and register to get an additional 10% discount coupon that can be combined with all other discounts. First up, the big headline. Nod-Krai's main storyline will span 9 updates, starting with the 6.0 prologue and running all the way through 6.8. That's the same length as Natlan's arc. But what really stands out is how Hoyoverse is giving themselves more space to explore deeper themes and major characters, especially the Fatui. It feels like they're building on what they started in Fontaine, diving into more emotional and political territory. With this much room, we can expect some pretty intricate character dynamics, particularly with so many Harbingers involved. Now, about those Harbingers. 4 of them will be at the heart of Nod-Krai's story. 3 are already confirmed: Columbina, Sandrone, and Dottore. What's especially wild is that Columbina and Sandrone are expected to show up as NPCs right from version 6.0, so the Fatui's presence will be felt immediately. That's a big change from previous regions, where it usually took a few patches before a Harbinger made their entrance. The identity of the 4th Harbinger is still a mystery, which is fueling a lot of speculation. Maybe it'll be Arlecchino, if her story isn't fully wrapped up after Fontaine, or possibly Piero, since we're getting closer to Snezhnaya, and he's the director of the Harbingers. Even if it's someone brand new, having 4 Harbingers active in one region is unprecedented. Nod-Krai isn't just another stop for the traveler. It's shaping up to be a major front in the Fatui's grand plans. And with 2 Harbingers debuting in 6.0 alone, the story's pacing could be more intense than anything we've seen before. Up to now, the most we've seen is 2 Harbingers in a single region. Think Chilled and Signora in Liyue and Inazuma. But 4? That's a whole new level, and it really positions Nod-Krai as the heart of the Fatui's agenda. Columbina, in particular, is getting a ton of focus. She'll have her own standalone story quest, which is a pretty big shift because, for Nod-Krai, most character quests are actually being folded into the Archon quest, instead of being separate. Normally, we'd get those side stories for each new 5-star, but it looks like Hoyoverse wants those character moments to play out in the main narrative now. That could make the Archon quest feel a lot more cohesive and packed with content, but it also means fewer optional stories to explore. Columbina is the only exception, which really makes you wonder just how important her role will be. And there's more. Columbina is getting a serious marketing push too. We're talking a commercial short, a 3D animated video, and even a standalone character animation. That's more than most Archons get. Clearly, she's not just another mysterious character. She's being set up as a key emotional or thematic anchor for the entire arc. Maybe her rumored connections to the Sinner or Celestia will finally come into play. Leaks also suggest that several already playable characters will feature in the main storyline, not just newcomers from Nod-Krai. Personally, I love this. Bringing back old favorites and tying them into the main story makes the whole world feel more alive and connected. So, when you put it all together, the 9-version story arc, 4 Harbingers, the new quest structure, Columbina's special spotlight, improved anniversary rewards, and possible system upgrades, it's clear Nod-Krai is shaping up to be much more than just another region. This could be the turning point that sets up Genshin's final chapters. The tone is already darker and more political than anything we've seen before, and with so many major players, Fatui, Celestia, returning characters, moving behind the scenes. The stakes are higher than ever, both emotionally and in the story. What do you think? Who's your pick for the fourth Harbinger? Is Columbina about to become the emotional core of Nod-Krai? Or do you think there's another twist coming? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm always curious to see what you all think. And if you want to stay on top of every update, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one.